My dad was a legendary dragon who ruled the seas. My mom was a phoenix, the most gorgeous in all three realms. But right when I was finally born, when they couldn't wait to meet me... Hey, get back here! Tell me right now, whose kid is this? Why does it look like a bald, scraggly little chicken? I swear I have no idea. Honey, just calm down. Like, I'm literally the most stunning woman alive. How did I produce this? I'm a legend in the heavenly court, and now I've got some mangy chicken for a daughter? Do I have zero dignity? You ready? Ah! Right at that moment, I went tumbling down and landed smack in the middle of a giant dinner plate. And there he was, the infamous bloodthirsty demon lord, standing there in a pink apron, spatula in hand, staring at the stove, seriously debating whether or not to add cilantro. Then he turned around and saw me, a random bird just sitting in his plate. Is this my dinner? That cold, eerie face of his filled my entire vision. I literally stopped breathing. He shook me around and went, "Where'd this random chicken come from?" I was devastated. Tears were just streaming down my face. I flapped my little featherless wings as hard as I could. I am not a chicken. I'm a phoenix! The demon lord looked me over from every angle, weighing whether to go with braised chicken mushroom stew or kung pao chicken. I was shaking like a leaf, convinced I was done for him, but then he let out this long, slow sigh. He gently poked my head and said, "You know what? Forget it. I'll let you slide, little thing. I'll keep you." I was stunned. Back when I was still in my mom's belly, I'd heard all about how terrifying this demon lord was. Total bad guy. If you ended up in his hands, you were dead. I never expected him to have this side to him. He pinched my tiny, pitiful little wings, muttering to himself, "No idea how to raise this thing. It doesn't still need to be breastfed, does it?" Hearing that, I thought, I'm a smart, well-behaved girl. I gotta learn to feed myself. So I dove headfirst into his chest and started pecking away. The demon lord let out a yelp and shoved me off. Red in the face, he roared, "What are you pecking? I'm a guy!" He tossed me aside in disgust, then waved his men over to take me away and get me some real food. During my time in the demon clan, I stumbled across a magic mirror, one that could actually reflect images of my dad, my mom, and the heavenly court. On the other side, Mom was cradling a little peacock princess named Shen Yue, who had just been born. Her face glowed with a warmth I had never once seen from her. She laughed and turned to Dad, saying sweetly, "Only a phoenix this beautiful deserves to be my daughter. Not like that ugly little chicken. She has no place carrying my pure bloodline. She deserved what she got." Lin Ruyan. That was the name my parents gave me with so much hope, while I was still in the womb. It meant naturally gifted, brilliantly clever. It was everything they ever wished for me. But now that name just sounds like a cruel joke. And just like that, the scene shifted. Dad's stern face was written all over with disgust. "My men just reported that ungrateful wretch has fallen into the demon clan. Good. I hope they tear her apart. Something that hideous has no right to be called the Dragon Prince's daughter." I lay there in front of the mirror, tears blurring my vision, thinking back to when I was still in the womb. Through my spirit sense, I watched my little brother excitedly filling an entire room with toys, all for me. He said he'd find me the best treasures in the whole world. He even picked fights with other clans, monsters and demons alike, just to steal toys for my future self. He threw himself into danger over and over, getting badly hurt every time, and he didn't care one bit. Mom had also poured her heart into hand-knitting me so many little outfits. Sometimes her delicate fingers would get pricked by the needle until they bled, and she never said a word about it. Back then, I worried about them so much. I didn't want them to overwork themselves. I didn't want them to get hurt, so I pushed with everything I had to come out early, cutting my time in the womb short. I never could have imagined that when my parents saw me, born early for their sake, not yet fully formed, they threw me away just because of how I looked. And now, Mom had dressed the little peacock princess in every single outfit she'd sewn stitch by stitch for me. Dad had taken that whole room full of hard-won treasures and handed them all to her as toys. They smiled at each other, swearing they'd raise Shen Yue to be the most powerful little phoenix in all the heavens. All because the peacock carried 3 parts phoenix blood, enough to be their rightful heir. The demon lord's big hand was lazily stroking my head on and off. His voice was casual, but there was a fierce protectiveness behind it. He scoffed, "Shen Yue can do whatever she wants. She's still just a trashy peacock at the end of the day, not even close to our Ruyan's little pinky toe." Just then, some oblivious demon soldier pointed at me, practically drooling, and asked with a totally straight face, "My lord, you sure you don't want to make soup out of this one? Because if so, I can start pulling feathers right now." "I'll chop it up real clean, I promise." Hearing that, I completely puffed up with rage and went flapping my little bare wings straight at him. I pecked that soldier's head like there was no tomorrow, screaming on the inside, "I'm a phoenix, not an ingredient." But the soldier just clutched his head and whined, "Why is this chicken attacking people?" Like, her only real purpose to the demon lord is getting turned into braised chicken mushroom stew. Meanwhile, the demon lord's deep, unreadable gaze swept right over me, and I instantly lost my nerve. I curled up into a ball, trembling, terrified I'd end up as someone's meal at any second. All I could do was desperately signal with my eyes, "I don't taste good. I really don't." Thankfully, the demon lord just waved his hand and told that knucklehead Hoozie, "Stand down." Hoozie walked off, rubbing the back of his head, glancing back every few steps, totally baffled. This demon lord who used to kill without blinking. When did he go so soft? Then the demon lord scooped me up into his arms. Those eyes, the kind that look like they can see right through you, just stared at me for a long moment, and the corner of his mouth curved into this smug little smile. "I think I know exactly what you are." My eyes lit up instantly. I stared at him, bursting with hope. finally someone who gets it. But then he said 3 words, "You're a chicken." Ha ha ha. And then he casually plucked one of my feathers just for kicks. I completely lost it. I was so mad I went to bite him. He pretended to run, and I chased after him on my little stubby legs.